Greetings, Divine Radiance. How are you today? Welcome. I am Nahkila Isha of AshworthScott Life Sculpting. I am a divine interpreter, psychic life coach, and mentor, assisting you with activating the divinity and wisdom within your soul so that you are empowered to create and live an abundant life. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Lacey, you are the first one on, so you get the pull, the first card pull today. And I see we have a few other people on. Hi, Phoenix. How are you? Greetings, greetings. No. We start at 1:30 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday. So you are right on time. Now, I did not stream live today in the United Light Beings Awakening group. So before we get started, hi, Lawanda. How are you? Before we get started, will one of you that is a member of that group, will you share this video and go invite them to come join us? Will you just go ahead and push share, get out of the chat, go to under the video, press share, copy the link, and share it to the United Light Beings Awakening group really quick and ask that they join us. Por favor, thank you. I would definitely look it up for sure, for sure. And then I am going to actually get on here so that I can approve it when you do, because the posts get approved. Let's see. Let's see. How are you guys feeling today? I had a really great day yesterday, a really great day. I didn't go on my walk today because it was late when I got to bed. And so, I'm going to do some floor work this evening, do some booty stuff and thigh stuff with my bands and, do that for my workout. But let's see, I'm checking to see if anyone has gone on to share the link. Not yet. So whoever's going to do that, if you can let me know, and then I'll be on so I can approve it. That's awesome. Awesome. So, yeah. And you know what, you guys, before we get started, I would like to say something. And this is going to be the last time I debate the point with anyone, right? None of you, we haven't debated the point, but those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, you may have seen where I posted this doctor, and I don't know if they're a doctor or not. It says they're a doctor, but they were showing how when you vape, and they're just showing how all the stuff comes out of the mask. And, periodically we have the conversation about, this pandemic, the measures that are being taken. And I like to be very clear on the point that I make when I talk about this, right? The number one point that I always make, not just with this pandemic, but in life in general, is for you to connect with spirit in your own regard and for you to be guided based on what you receive, right? For you to do based on what you receive. Now, the reason why I do and behave the way I do is because spirit has told me what serves me to do and what serves no purpose at all, right? But this is a personal choice for you to decide how you show up during this pandemic, right? I can't tell you what to do, and they can't tell you what to do. It's something that is personal, right? That's not just with this, that's in life in general. I always tell you, connect, receive, and do based on what you're guided to do, right? Now, the other thing, I'd like to be clear on the point. So I am not sitting around telling you, oh, don't wear a mask, or, oh, wear a mask. That's not my point. My point is, and will forever be, the reason why we are powerless in this country and in our lives is because we give our power away. Now, I have made statements like, the mask just does not work. It doesn't. So there are a lot of people that feel that way, but yet they still wear it, right? When we're told to wait 6 feet apart or to wait to go in a store, but they don't go in and disinfect and spray and cure it of germs, those things just don't make sense, right? But the point is, we continue to do things that don't make sense, that don't resonate within our soul, that goes against what we've received from spirit, but we do it anyway because we're being told to do it. And this, in and of itself, is how the power is taken from self and given to others, right? So this is my last time addressing my point. This is the last time addressing the point. Now, if spirit tells me to talk about it again, I will, because when I talk about it, it's because I'm being led to talk about it, right? But this is the point. Whether you believe the mask works or not, it doesn't matter to me. Do what you believe based on your belief, based on what you've been told to do by spirit, but not based on fear or simply doing it because you've been told. If you believe that standing 6 feet apart works, then do it. If you don't, then don't, right? These are the points. Do what you believe in your heart of hearts to be true and effective. Now, I've told you guys, I have always been that person that when I go inside of a place, I use a napkin to open the door, or I use my dresser or my sleeve. When I leave a place, I sanitize my hands. When I walk through my front door, my children and I, it has always been a rule. First thing you do is you take your shoes off. Second thing you do is you wash your hands, right? I even take my outside clothes off when I get home. But that's me. I've been doing these things, right? To minimize germs and the spreading of things, right? I continue to do the things that I know are effective, the things that I know are helping to keep people safe and healthy. I've always stressed that I know the virus is real. I've said this before. I had it, my youngest son, and so did my mom and my bonus dad, right? But it seems that some people are missing the point, okay? So I'm going to say it one more time. The point is not to mask or not to mask. The point is not to wait in line or not to wait in line. The point is do what you feel makes sense. Do what spirit guides you to do, number one, and do whatever you do out of fear. Now, if you believe that mask works, you wear that mask and you stand firm in that belief, right? That's also the point. Stand firm in what you believe in unwavering faith, whatever that is, right? Whatever that is. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you to allow spirit to guide you and stand firm, fearlessly and firm in whatever you believe, whichever side of the fence you're on, right? And I feel like it's important that I say that because I had a friend of mine who I adore and who adores me state that it's irresponsible of me, right? And she's entitled to that opinion. It's irresponsible because people look up to me. However, those of you that have been with me, you know that I'm always telling you, don't take my word for it. Don't take their word for it. Take spirit's word for it, right? And I'm always telling you to go within and find out for yourself. Even when I suggest us working together, if I suggest we work together, it's because spirit said, I can help, I can assist, I can serve you. But I always tell you to get the answer because I'd like you to get to the point where you're doing that no matter what. And if you're doing that, you cannot be fooled. You cannot be tricked. You cannot be led astray, right? And you will not give your power away. So that is all that I have to say about that. Did anybody share this with United Light Beings Awakening? And then we're going to get into our Empower Hour. I believe someone did. Let's see. Let me go ahead and thank you so much, Lacey. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Now I am going to log off of here and we're going to get started. So there you go. So let's see what you all are saying. I see a lot of people jumped on while we were having our announcement chat. Hey, Alatha, how are you? How are you? Hey, Cheryl. Let's see. Lacey said I shared it. Hopefully it worked. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Alatha said I'll be back, y'all. Awesome. Cheryl said I'll be in and out of the live stream today. Awesome. No worries. No worries. So, okay. So Lacey, you were the first person on, so I'm going to pull your card. And Spirit is saying pull from the Work Your Light deck. So, Spirit, what message do you have for Lacey today? Ooh, ooh. Okay. So all these cards fell out, and Spirit said the one that was next to my lap was for you. Which one? This one or the one on top? Okay, Spirit said both. Oh, so the one on top here? Okay. All right, so you have Pleiades, and it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. I actually got this card today too, because I pull cards for myself before I get on live or have sessions. And you have trust your path. Now this one came in reverse, and it says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So here's the thing. This one came in reverse because Spirit is saying that there's still a lot of self-doubt that's going on within you, and it's time for you to release that. It's time for you to trust in your mission, which is this double mission, channeling and serving, uplifting humanity. Now, here's the thing. You may, if you look into the Pleiadians, you may find that you resonate with them. You may have, your origin with them, right? And so I would highly recommend, if you haven't looked into the Pleiadians, that you do. But what Spirit is telling me to tell you is, it's time for you to stop feeling like, what can I do? And it's coming through in that energy of little old me, you know, like, little, what can I do, right? It's coming through almost in this timid energy that you've never seen yourself as someone that is here. I mean, truly seeing yourself as someone who is here to make a difference, right? That's how it's coming through. So it's important for you to begin seeing yourself in that way and understanding that it takes ordinary people like you and me and our brothers and sisters that are on today that make a difference, right? Spirit's not looking for these grand, you know, these grand individuals, and I'm also hearing these grand images, right, to come in and make a difference. So what Spirit is telling you to do is begin working on your self-worth, your self-belief, your self-value, and how you see yourself, so that you can accept the mission that you agreed to, right? It's all about you accepting that you're worthy, accepting that you're capable, right? And releasing those things that don't serve you, those things that further solidify the belief that you are not, right? Because in that belief, you attracted a lot of things, and you're still existing in that energy, and you are still surrounded by things that were created from that belief. It's time for you to release it. It's time. So that is your message, Lacey. Let me know how it resonates, and thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. So, hey, Phyllis. Hi, how are you? So here's the thing. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, if you join us and you're the first on and you comment to let me know, you get a card. Usually it's a 1-card pull, but if more comes out and Spirit says, then we do what Spirit says. So Lacey was on first today. And then also I deliver a message for us as a collective. And then we go into the $20 mini reads after. And it's $20 per question or $20 per general. So there's no limit to how many, or no max to how many you can have. But that's what we do. So hi, Brianna. How are you? Let's see. Brianna said, hey, everyone. Okay. So I'm going to burn a little sage, y'all, just so I can reset this energy that we got going on. And then we're going to get into our breathing. We are going to get into our breathing. My inner child had so much fun yesterday. It was all about the inner child. And Spirit just said, what have you been doing to serve your inner child? What have you been doing to serve your inner child? Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes and just allow yourself to relax. And just what I like you to do is take in slow, deep breaths. Inhale slow and deep through your nose. Exhale slowly out through your mouth. And as you're inhaling, allow yourself to breathe in love and light. And then when you're exhaling, allow yourself to release all that's no longer serving you. And if there's something specific that you're choosing to release, then go ahead and just breathe that out with the exhale. Focus on that as you're breathing out, okay? And I will be sending Reiki to your heart chakra and your solar plexus just to help assist with that release. So go ahead and close your eyes and slow and deep breathe in love and light through your nose. And then exhale, releasing all that's no longer serving you out through your mouth. And as you continue to breathe in love and light and continue to release all that's not serving you, I call on highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, and ascended masters, helpful companions, all of highest light and love. I call on you now, and I thank you for filling this space. I thank you for using me as a vessel to deliver a message that is highest light and love and rooted in truth. I thank you for opening the hearts, the minds, and the spirits of those I'm called to serve today, so that they may receive whatever their soul is calling for. I thank you, and so it is. So just go ahead and continue to breathe in that love and light. And just allow your stomach to expand with your inhale. And then as you release, just allow it to deflate. And I'd like you to notice wherever you are holding any tension in your body. If you're holding tension in your neck, relax it and release it. If you're holding tension in your shoulders, relax it and release it. And just do a body scan. Wherever you're holding tension, just allow yourself to relax it and release it. And what I'd like you to do is bring your focus to your crown chakra located at the top of your head. And I'd like you to give your crown chakra permission to open. Open your crown chakra now. And just allow yourself to feel warm love and light energy pouring in. And as you feel that warm love and light energy flowing into your crown, I'd like you to allow yourself to feel excited about life. Just feel excitement as you receive that love, that light, and that healing. And just allow yourself to feel happiness attached to that excitement. And as you're feeling that excitement and that happiness, just allow yourself to feel peace. And just visualize it as a train. In the front of that train is that healing and that release. And then allow yourself to see that happiness train. And allow yourself to see that excitement and that peace. And just allow yourself to feel that divine loving energy pour down through your crown. And feeling it travel down to your third eye and extending out to your ear chakras. Feel it traveling down to your throat, down to your heart, down to your solar plexus, down to your sacral, and down to your root. And just allow your root to feel all that energy, and just allow that energy to travel down to your thighs and your knees, down to your calves and into your ankles, feeling it in your feet. And you may feel a tingling sensation in your feet. And just bring your focus to your soles of your feet, feeling as those roots start to grow and burst through your soles, feeling those roots penetrate whatever surface your feet are resting on. And then allowing those roots to just travel down to the core of Mother Earth, allowing yourself to connect to Mother Earth's energy, feeling her heartbeat, stopping for a moment to send Mother Earth healing, love, light, and gratitude, and just bringing her divine energy up through those roots, feeling Mother Earth's energy traveling up through the soles of your feet, feeling her energy in your ankles, your calves, and your knees, feeling it traveling up through your thighs and your root chakra, feeling it up in your sacral, up in your solar plexus, feeling it as it travels up to your heart and your throat, traveling up to your third eye, your ear chakras, and up and out your crown. And just allow yourself to connect Mother Earth's divine energy with the divine energy of your highest source of power. And just feel as those energies intertwine and mingle. And feel them as they enter back in through your crown. And just feel them spread throughout your entire cellular being. Setting the intention that throughout the rest of the day, with every inhale, you'll breathe in love and light. And with every exhale, you'll release all that's no longer serving you. And so it is. And when you're ready, just go ahead and open your eyes and let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're feeling. So let's see. Hey, Charmaine, welcome. Thank you for being here. I don't know if you do anything on your channel. If you do, let me know so that our community can go subscribe to you. And also share your Facebook page name so that those of us that are on Facebook can like it, okay? Phyllis said, I'm so mad at myself. I was going to get a reading and I spent the last bit I had, dang it. Well, you know what, Phyllis? Everything happens for a reason. You know what Spirit told you last week. So Spirit is like giving you a whole nother week to process that, right? So yeah, it's everything is happening according to divine timing. And let's see, Lacey said, it resonated so much with me. Thank you for helping me find my calling. You're helping me so much on my path. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do. And I'm really excited for you because you have so much to offer. And I can feel both in your energy, right? I can feel what Spirit is talking about regarding like why you're here, right? I feel that power, that mightiness, that's buried, and I feel what Spirit is telling you to release. Like I can feel both. So I'm excited for you. And the more you release that part that came up in your card today, the more you release that and allow yourself to connect with that mightiness within. And as I'm saying that, like Mighty Mouse is coming through, right? Like small in stature, but so, so powerful and so, so mighty, right? And one of the things that made Mighty Mouse so mighty was that he knew he was, right? And so Spirit is telling you it's all about you shifting how you view yourself and seeing yourself as you truly are. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes from it. Phyllis said, wow, I feel warmth on my tummy. Awesome, awesome. That was that energy going to your solar plexus. So awesome. Brianna said, I paid 24 reading. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Brianna. So you'll be first. You'll be first. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for us and see what Spirit has for us as a collective. Okay, so what I like you to do while I'm getting the rest of our cards is think about a question that you have for Spirit, right? A question that is a yes or no answer, like not an elongated answer, just a yes or no, right? So go ahead and, as I'm pulling the rest of the cards, put your question in the chat, right? Remember, the answer would be yes or no. So put your question in the chat, okay? In the bottom. Now, it's so funny because Spirit told me last week that we were going to start doing a 3-card spread and then go into our minis, right? Okay, I was making sure it was upside down. But last week, Spirit did, okay, that one, both, which one? Okay. But Spirit did this last week and Spirit is doing it again this week, where I'll pull the 3 and Spirit will say, keep going. I just heard in multiples of 3s. Is this one even a part of it? Okay. In multiples of 3s. Okay, now they're doing multiplication. That one? Okay. Okay. And then I was just asking because they said, that's it. Or I said, is that it? Because it felt like it was. And they said, no, we're doing multiples of 3s. But the last one is going to be in the form of a charm. So what message do you have for us, Spirit? What charm is for us? Which one? Oh, and is it that way? Okay, awesome. So when I put it down, it was in reverse and I almost turned it right side up, but it's meant to be in reverse. So hi, Alexa. Oh, hi, Yvette. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. Ooh. You guys come, keep going with the questions. Keep going with the questions. I'm going to save that one because I feel like more of you have more. So put your questions, right? Put your questions in because I'm going to wait. So we have take a break. Did we get this card last week? This card came up before. Or I don't know if it came up in our group session for activating you or if it came up in Empower Hour, but it says, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. And then we have get grounded. And it says, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. We also have fear. And we have new beginnings. Well, it says new moon, but new beginnings came out. So I'm going to say what Spirit just said, new beginnings. And then this is the card this is the charm that came in, but it came in reverse, right? So this is good. We're going to keep this one right here in reverse. It's great that that's in reverse. So regarding the take a break card, what Spirit is saying is so many of us light workers, we tend to be workaholics, right? We tend to do everything in excess, right? And we've gotten this before regarding our striving for perfection, right? As if we aren't already perfect, whole, and complete. But it's because we're still connected, right? Even if it's on an unconscious level, we're still connected to our divinity. And when we are in our soul state, right, or in a spirit state, it's much different how we operate than how we do here, right? Because we have this body attached to our souls. This body requires things that the soul does not require. So as a result, before we get acclimated with balancing the two and merging the two, or merging and then balancing, we tend to be out of balance or out of whack, so to speak, right? And oftentimes it can manifest in overthinking. It can manifest in, and Spirit is saying over as an obsessive thinking, right? It can manifest in overworking, right? As that's coming through, what Spirit is saying, overworking is when you're tired, you keep going, right? Hanging on to things that don't serve us, right? And so as I'm saying that, Spirit is saying that stems from fear. But here's the thing. Spirit is saying it's important that we get to the point of listening to our bodies, following the guidance from our souls, right? This is the big thing, the big message that's been coming through to us a lot, is following the guidance we receive. Now, not only is it serving a purpose in our spiritual health, right? Our spiritual health and our spiritual wealth. It's serving the purpose because as this world continues to turn, right? As this world continues to shift. Now notice turn, we're thinking spinning, but Spirit is saying turning from one state of being to another. As this world continues to shift, it's important that we are able to listen, to feel, to comprehend, and to know, right? The guidance that we're receiving, right? Because we cannot survive these shifts and these turns, right? Or the ridicule without it, right? So here's the thing, like what we talked about before we started. When a person shares their opinion, not just about that, but anything, or when a person doesn't agree with me, it's okay. I can accept it, right? In appreciation that they're expressing themselves, because I know that everything I say, everything I do is Spirit-led, right? I'm never going to present anything to you that is my opinion unless Spirit says, share your opinion. And then I'm going to say, this is my opinion, right? Right? So when we do that, when we're connected and we're in the habit of connecting and we're trusting that connection, right? We cannot be swayed. We cannot be moved. And so what Spirit is saying is take a break. You start getting acclimated with this guidance and trusting it by listening to your internal GPS. It starts there, right? The more you listen, when your body says, you know what, I'm tired today. Like, I didn't go work out this morning. I had a long day yesterday. And you know what I did before Empower Hour? I meditated. I grabbed my popcorn. I watched some of a show, and I laid in bed until it was time to get ready. I was listening to my body. That's what my body called for. The old me would have been like, oh no, I'm going to get up, I'm going to walk, or oh no, I'm going to get up, I'm going to go record, you know, and it starts there. So whatever you're doing that's going against your body, that's going against your soul, that's going against what you feel, stop it. Take a break, right? Be in that stillness. Allow yourself to connect with your inner divinity, your highest source of power, and allow yourself to be guided. Now, it came up before about the grocery store experiment, right? Now, I don't know how many of you remember this experiment, but Spirit said, go to the grocery store, right? Go to the produce aisle, grab some produce, just allow your soul to guide you. Any produce, grab it. Go to the processed foods aisle, right? Grab anything, right? Something that you enjoy in both, right? That you've eaten and you like, right? Grab them both. And then also grab something organic. Now, the first produce is not organic. The second one is, right? And then just kind of hold them wherever you decide to start. Pay attention to how it feels, right? If you get organic produce and non-organic, make sure it's the same thing. And then just feel the way you would a crystal. Just hold it in your hands and just breathe. Don't worry about how you look in the store. Just breathe and hold it in your hands. Does this serve my highest good to eat this today? Does this serve my highest good to eat this today? And just breathe. You can keep asking, does this serve my highest good to eat this today? And just pay attention to how you feel, okay? And then know how you feel. Then do it with each one, right? Do it with each one. And I encourage you to do that when you're shopping. It may take longer, but then next thing you know, what's going to happen is you're going to automatically know what serves your highest good to get. You know, when I'm in the grocery store, Spirit is always guiding me. I just discovered purple bell peppers, you guys. If you have not had them, oh my goodness, they're amazing. And when I say just, like last month, I just discovered them. They're delicious. But I didn't know the first thing about a purple bell pepper. The one I would have picked was the one that was super purple. And Spirit was like, no, that's not it. Get that one. And it was perfect. So you'll get in the habit where Spirit will be guiding you, right? When you're shopping, you won't have to make a list because you'll be in the store and Spirit will be like, this serves you, right? So Spirit is saying, start there, take a break from your norm and start. I'm hearing both putting yourself and pushing yourself in the direction of your true authentic self. And what Spirit is saying, your soul self, right? And when that word pushing was coming through, Spirit was showing me it's like a gentle, soft nudge that feels like a rub on the back, that where you're sending Reiki, right? And you don't even feel that you're being moved, right? It's not coming through as a pushing yourself in it all hard and fast and uncomfortable. So it's time. It's vital is what I'm hearing. Let's see what you all are saying. Okay. Phoenix said, am I trying too hard? Yes or no? Phyllis said, wow, Spirit is speaking to me already. OMG, absolutely. Wow. Phyllis said, thank you, Spirit. I'm learning to say no and not feel guilty trying to please folks. Yes, thank you for saying that, because this is the other thing. When you are guided, right? When you take that break and you are guided, here's what Spirit is telling us to do. Okay. Don't judge yourself for feeling how you feel, and don't judge others for not feeling how you feel. Because remember, our point as light workers is to feed love and light, right? We're serving up love and light. We're not serving ego. We're not serving anger. We're not serving, I have to be right. That's not what we're serving, right? We're serving love and light, information, wisdom, truth, right? And we're serving it for those whose souls call for us to serve it for them. So if someone doesn't agree, right, it doesn't mean that there's a reason to feel away. It just means that message isn't for you, and that's okay, right? It's time for you to trust yourself. It's time for you to trust in your ability, right? Spirit is saying, take a break from that stinking thinking. And I'm being told it's time for you to love yourself just a little bit more each day. Today, I am choosing to love myself a little bit more than I did yesterday. Every day, I am choosing to love myself a little bit more than I did yesterday. Today, I am choosing to see myself as the divine sees me. Perfect, whole, complete, and with a purpose, right? Oftentimes, we feel like we have no purpose. And we may not say that out loud. A lot of these things that we feel or we believe, we don't ever really vocalize them. I mean, some of us do, and I have said certain things to myself in the past that was not very loving, right? I have judged myself in the past in ways that was horrible, right? To my self-upliftment, right? But the thing is, even when we don't speak it, oftentimes we're still believing it, right? We're still thinking it, even if it's on an unconscious level. So Spirit is telling yourself to speak life into yourself. Take a break from the stinking thinking. Take a break from the self-judgment. Take a break from judging in general, right? And release ego. Release ego on this path. Ego, I'm hearing, cannot exist. Ego cannot have power over you. Ego cannot be a part of the equation, right? And it's not to say we're not going to have ego pop up because we're human. It's a part of it, right? But when it pops up, as we're taking that break and we're listening to our bodies, we're listening to our souls, we're listening to spirit, we're like, oh, I feel ego's rising. And we push it back down, right? We're going to push it back down. And when we push it down, we're not going to judge it. We're not going to run from it. We're going to push it down and then see what's down. Now we're going to open it up and we're going to explore it. Okay, what created this? Where is this coming from? Where is this stemming from? And why? Maybe the why is not always important. Not always, but we're going to explore it. And when we do that, we're going to release it and heal it, right? Heal it at the root. So I'm pretty sure you guys asked your questions. Phyllis said, OMG, this happened to me today. Spirit told me to get ginger tea and get chamomile and lavender. Awesome. That's so good. Did you get it? Did you get it? I know you got it. Brianna said, is Mark the one? Okay. So for those of you that had a question. Okay, Brianna, I'm being told to tell you when you're asking a question like, is Mark the one? And this is for all of us, right? Thank you, Spirit. To be specific, is Mark the one for what, right? Because Mark can be the one for a lot of things, right? Mark can be the one for a lot of things. So when we're connecting with Spirit, it's important that we are very clear and concise on what it is that we are asking. Also, I don't know if you guys remember with the language, right? When we're connecting with Spirit, making sure we're not speaking in lack. I told y'all I had a whole story about when I asked a question and I used lack, should I, which is lack. I got to know. And then I recognized it instantly. And I said, does it serve my highest good? And I stated what I was asking. I got a yes. And I said, well, Spirit, did I get a no? Because I was using lack. Spirit said yes. Like, okay, I get it now. It happened so that I could share that with you all, because how we speak it is very, very key. But here's the answer to your questions. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay. So what I'm being told to ask you and it felt really random when Spirit first said it, but now the message is coming through. I'm being told to ask you, how do you explore the answers when you get a yes or a no, right? How do you explore that, right? And what's coming through is, if you get the answer yes, when you're connecting with Spirit and you get a yes, if you don't feel clear, or if you don't totally trust, what do you do? Do you ignore the answer and keep it moving or keep it pushing however you were choosing, right? Do you do it anyway, but as you're doing it, you're still lacking faith and total belief, right? How do you explore when you get a yes or no from Spirit? When you get an answer from Spirit in general? What I'm being told to tell you is, I'm hearing it is okay to question God. That theme has come up a lot for us where, and not everyone refers to their highest source of power as God, the divine, the most high, the universe, Spirit, whatever. I kind of interchange them, because it's all one and the same, right? But we're told it is okay to question God. It is okay to question God. In fact, it is encouraged, because if you get an answer from Spirit and it doesn't resonate with your soul, and you do it anyway, you're going to do it with doubt. And if you do it with doubt, the results, I'm hearing, catastrophic, right? It's not going to produce what it is that your soul agreed for it to produce. So it's important that you get into the habit of asking questions. Now, when you get into the habit of asking questions within your questions, and you get that understanding and that clarity, and you move forth in that unwavering faith, right? The more you do it, the more you're going to just be like, I don't have no questions. Spirit said what Spirit said, right? And I'm going to do it, because I don't require understanding beyond the fact that what Spirit tells me serves my highest good. And even when I don't understand, I know that it serves my highest good. I have no other choice, because that's my choice to not, right? Right? But it takes practice. It takes questioning. It takes a process, right? To get there. And that process is going within, paying attention, feeling it, right? If you don't have clarity, questioning it until you do. I still recommend, once you get that clarity, even if it feels uncomfortable or there's fear, to do it anyway, right? Because there's a difference between clarity, gaining clarity, and being blocked by fear. So Spirit is saying it's important that we know the difference. And what's required of us is to be real with ourselves, because we can easily psych ourselves out, and we can easily say, well, I'm just gaining clarity. But in reality, we just afraid. Remember when I shared with you guys how I got invited to speak at this upcoming expo here as a speaker? At first I was going to go as a reader, and I don't like stage speaking. It's not something I enjoy at all. I don't like it at all. I like circles and connecting and, the stuff that happens at the retreat and the stuff that happens when I'm doing something where we're all together close enough to hold hands and hug if we feel like it, right? So when I was offered to do it, and I was like, well, I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna meditate and ask spirit. And spirit checked me instantly. What you mean? For real? You know you can get instant answers. In fact, you have your answer. You just afraid. That's all. See, so I was procrastinating because the fear was present, right? And when spirit checked me, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'm choosing to release whatever this fear is that makes me not like it, right? So spirit is saying, don't psych yourself out to recognize the difference. Let me see what you're saying. Phyllis said, yes, I did, sis. Awesome. I knew you did because I know you listening. You listening to spirit. Phyllis said, will I ever meet the right man? Well, yes, you got a yes. And Phoenix said, wow. Brianna said, yes, I do. Awesome. Brianna said, shake my head. Phyllis said, I love Nahkila because she gets the root cause of stuff. Oh, I appreciate you so much. I do. And you know why? Because here's the thing. The reason it's so important to get to the root cause of things is because as I serve you, I am not looking to make you be dependent on me, right? I'm looking to get you to the point where you can do what I can do just as good as I can do it or better, right? Now, again, there are some people that work with me that have made me their lifelong life coach because I believe that a support system is important and valuable. However, I am choosing to have you be at that point where if you continue with me beyond that initial 12 months, you're doing so for support, but not because you feel like you can't make it without me. You know what I mean? Where you feel like you can't do what I can do. Everything that I do where I go to someone else to assist me, I can do, right? But that doesn't mean I don't still have a support system, right? Like I work with Jillian pretty much every week unless we have something come up, right? And I'm a Reiki master teacher. I could literally give myself Reiki and energy clearings and all that good stuff, but it feels so good when Jillian does it. It serves my soul when she does it, right? It's not that I'm dependent on her, right? But it serves me to work with her. So that's where I like for you to be when we work together, where either you're like, I got what I got, I'm good to go, and you go off running and you may say, bye, thank you. Or you may be like, I got what I got, I'm good to go, I'm going running, but come along with me because it's a good support system, right? And it's nice to bounce off of you and have you connect with spirit right along with me, right? So that's why it's not about keeping you dependent. It's about you being able to heal, release at the root where it doesn't keep coming back up. And the way you make sure it doesn't is through maintenance, because it doesn't matter how much healing I've done. If I stop maintaining, I'm gonna be right back where I started. In fact, worse, because I've experienced truth, right? So it's all about the maintenance. That's where RIM was formed, even though the mentorship's not called RIM anymore, but we still have the RIM process. It's release, evolve, maintain, right? Release, evolve, maintain. So yeah. Okay, so let's see our next card. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Oh, I can't tell you how amazing this is. And as I'm connecting with your energy, what I'm feeling, in that breath, that release, is that there are a lot of things that are bottled. I'm hearing bogged in, right? Bogged in within you. And spirit is saying spending time in nature will help you to release that, right? Release that. Nature is a beautiful teacher, right? Nature is a beautiful support system. There are so many things we learn when we just absorb and observe nature, when we're just still and quiet in nature, right? So many things. And so spirit is saying, it's not just about getting grounded indoors. Right now, you're being called to go outside and ground. And as a matter of fact, if you're watching this today with us live, or even if it's the replay, you're called to do it today. When we're done with this, Go outside and get grounded. If you're working, if you're watching for work, when you're done with work, go outside and get grounded. Take your socks and your shoes off and just absorb. And as I'm saying that, like I'm feeling like this energy, but it feels like sunshine going up through the soles of the feet and just traveling up the body. It's just radiating and generating up and down. And I'm hearing like a sound like zoom, zoom, zoom. And it almost looks like if you were to see like a light, right? You know, like a light just coming up and down, you know, those fluorescent lights almost. I'm seeing it like the green ones, but I'm seeing it in yellow and green, but it's just zoom, and it's going up and down our bodies. And what it's doing is it's zoom, it's releasing, it's healing, it's breaking apart, it's loosening any and everything that's not serving us, any and everything that's hindering us, right? And it's coming through as gentle but powerful, right? So Spirit is saying it's time to get grounded, right? It's time to get grounded. It's time to actually go out in nature and get grounded. It's time to get grounded in who you are. It's time to get grounded in your beliefs. It's time to get grounded in your purpose. It's time to get grounded in love. It's time to get grounded in peace. It's time to get grounded in balance. It's time to get grounded in surrender. It's time to get grounded in trust. And it's time to get grounded in action. But today, start with going outside and getting grounded and just allowing that energy to come up through your soles, the soles of your feet, so that it can help cleanse and heal your soul, right? So yeah. I'm being told to tell you to stop being afraid of what you feel and stop being afraid of who you are. Stop being afraid of who you are. I'm being told to tell you we live in a world that is an illusion, right? And I believe we had this talk, and it came through like the hologram, right? So this world that we're living in, it mimics that, right? It's where things that are false become real and things that are real become false. And it's all about the programming of the mind, the conditioning of the mind. And this is why the power is taken. You know, this is how it is taken, because it is easily given, right? It is given when you are trained to believe that you must be dependent on something, right? When you're trained to be that way, then you begin depending on self less and less. You begin forgetting to depend on self. You begin forgetting to choose to depend on self, right? You get comfort in the norm, right? And so what Spirit is saying, it's time for us to pull back the veil, pull up the veil, right? Go behind the veil and really see what's going on, right? And you do that by healing so that you can connect, right? In your own regard. So you can connect on your own without a middleman, right? It doesn't require a middleman. It doesn't. You have that ability, right? You have that ability. I've always had the ability. Right? I've been so intuitive all my life. I had a friend who stopped being friends with me. Spirit has let me know this is why, because she'd always say, you're such a good friend. You show me what it is to have a friend, right? But one day she said something to me. She said, you always know what's going on and I don't even tell you. At this point, I did not identify as psychic. I had not healed. I didn't even recognize I was doing this. And I believe it scared her. And then she just stopped communicating and we just lost touch, So we've always had the gift. We've always had the ability. All of us, we were born with it, right? But it wasn't until I healed that I was able to access it at will, right? I was able to access it accurately and in a way where I can trust it, right? Because before there's so many things, right? And it was easy for me to tell somebody else something, but when it came to self, it was all over the place, right? So Spirit is saying it's time to heal. It's time to heal so you can access it. Also, I'm being told to tell you, let bygones be bygones. It's time to really practice forgiveness and start with forgiving self, right? Start with forgiving self. And also what Spirit is telling me to tell you is don't hold on too tight. And it's coming through literally, again, as things that are exiting your life, right? Right now, we are experiencing a major shift. We are. All of us, right? And in this shift, now Spirit is telling me to go ahead and skip to this one. Beginnings are happening, right? But for some beginnings, it requires endings, right? Endings. Some things must end so that those new beginnings can begin. And so Spirit is telling us some of us are still holding on, right? Some of us are holding on to friendships, relationships, businesships, right? Some of us are holding on to things that are just not meant to be. I'm hearing in our energy or in our path. Also, what I'm being told to tell you is this. When you are choosing something for your life, right? Like, for instance, I just chose to vibrate in a different frequency in my business, right? I just chose to begin doing that, attracting different in my business. And so as I'm choosing this, right, as things that were coming into play leave, it's important for me to recognize that when I speak it, I create it. When I speak it, Spirit conspires on my behalf to make it so. So when things are happening, it's up to me to recognize this is a part of what I just spoke into existence. We don't always know how. We don't always know when, right? But if we remember that Spirit is always conspiring to bring forth what serves our highest good, and when we speak, we could have spoken a year ago, right? A year ago. And right as we spoke it, Spirit was conspiring on our behalf to make it so. We may not feel it or see it or know it or recognize it at that time, but then later down the line, something may happen. And then we're looking at this like, well, why is this happening? And we forgot all about the fact that Spirit is always working on our behalf. And if we could just surrender, if we could just flow, if we could just be at ease and trust, we would receive more of what we're choosing out of life. But the issue is we forget when it doesn't feel good, when it's making us afraid or nervous or whatever we feel when we get stuck, right? That becomes our focus, and we forget that even this is serving my highest good, right? Spirit is saying, get in touch with your fears. Get in touch with your fears. Allow yourself to explore them. Allow yourself to explore where they stem from, right? Allow yourself to explore why you're still holding on to them. Because just like no one can take our power, it is ours. Can't nobody just come in. I don't know if you watched Once Upon a Time, but y'all know that I was on that Once Upon a Time kick for a while. I took a break now, but nobody can come in and how they pull the hearts out and take our power away like that. That nobody can do that, right? They can't do that. But if you watch the show, you notice they protect themselves, and when they go to pull the heart out, they can't even get their hand through the chest, right? Spirit is saying there's some things for us to follow in that show. We protect ourselves. Can't nobody just come and enter our energy field, right? But back to the power. No one can take it. If they have it, it's because we gave it. We gave it away. So now what we're being called to do is heal our minds, right? It's about healing our minds. We can't change what we haven't healed, right? We can't shift what we haven't healed. So Spirit is saying, explore the places within, right? Explore the places within so you know what's not yours. You know what's not yours, and you can let it go with ease and grace and gratitude, okay? So let's see what you're saying. Yvette said, wow, I was meant to hear these messages and was called to join today. Thank you. I'm so glad you joined. And thank you, Lacey, for sharing it. Because Yvette, I believe you came and joined us from Facebook, right? And Pat said, yes, I could definitely use some grounding today. My energy is a little scattered. What I'm seeing in your energy and what I'm hearing as I'm seeing it is particles of light, right? Particles of light. And I'm going to explain what's happening with your energy right now. And this is why it's important for you to get grounded. So if you think about particles of light just kind of floating around, right? Energy floating around, particles of light. And as I'm seeing it, I'm hearing also like a noise that sounds like chimes, like think about, I don't know why Spirit is taking us to the fairy tale and fantasy land, but think Disney, and when something like Glinda the Good Witch, think about the noise, like the music that comes with it. It just like, that's what I'm hearing with these particles of light. And what's happening is, Pat, your energy has been scattered. It has been scattered. What's happening now, those particles of light are coming into you, right? Those are the pieces of you, the fragmented pieces that have been scattered, right? Your strength is coming back. Your power is coming back, right? And so grounding will help you, I'm hearing, to stand firm and together as this process is taking place. It's really important right now for you to be super uber connected to the divine as you're going through what you're going through, because there is a major shift occurring within you, right? Within you. So in your meditation, take some time to literally just see those particles of light, just deep breathe and even open yourself to receive. I don't know if you hold your arms out, if you're laying down, hold your arms out and just allow yourself to receive. Feel those particles of light as they enter your body, right? Exactly. Phyllis said, facts, false evidence appearing real. And Phyllis said, that's the healing. That's the healing the mind. Yes. Yvette said, my daughter is Alicia. Awesome. Thank you. Yes, you and I, we did a mini read before. So awesome. Allie is so amazing. Let's see. Amelia said, practicing forgiveness of self and exploring fears, a lot of action taken, being called. These are some powerful moves. Yes. And you know what? Oh my goodness. Here's the thing. When we just get in action to do it, it happens like this. Like when you get into action to do it, your transformation happens like this. It's so quick, right? When spirits start guiding us, and telling us what to do to heal, and we do it, it happens like that. Now it's the maintenance part that's forever, right? And then it's like, as one thing comes up, comes another thing and another thing, right? So we're constantly healing, releasing, overcoming, right? We're constantly transitioning. That's why we say, anything that is alive, it's moving, right? Everything is moving. Even the things that appear to be still, they're still moving, right? And so the change, the shift, it's constant, right? It's constant. But what makes it stagnant is when we don't choose to move, when we don't choose to take action. And then we're these living beings that are dead inside, right? We're these living beings that are dead inside. And so Spirit is saying you deserve to live life to the fullest. You're not just here to serve. You're not just here to have all these experiences and then dealing with the aftermath, right? You're here to enjoy this experience. It's like, this is what they're saying, but instantly as they're saying it, they're saying that it's not really, but it's like vacation from work, right? And it's not like with work, let's say work you enjoy, work you love, not work where you at work and you dreading it and then you take a vacation, not that kind of work, but they're making reference to the fact that we're light workers, right? And so when we're in spirit form before we incarnate, some of us are helpers, some of us are guides, some of us, are angels, some of us are ancestors, we're many different things when we're in this spirit realm. And so what they're saying is, here, it's our playtime. Like we're here playing and we just so happen to be serving a purpose while we're here. And Spirit is saying, look at it like that. This time is playtime. I'm meant to enjoy it. Don't take it so serious. Be serious about your self-love. Be serious about your self-care. Be serious about what you believe in. Be serious about your healing, but do it in a fun way. Have fun. Explore the joys of life is what Spirit just said. So let's see. Yvette said, I have wanted to join for weeks and was never able to. And today, everything aligned for it to happen. Thank you. Sent for general message. Awesome. You are so welcome. And thank you. And you know what? Cancel Delete One. You've been choosing it. You've been choosing it. And now it happened. So I'm glad you're here. Phyllis said, today I was feeling like crying earlier. I'm not sure why. I just feel I can't explain it. It's that shift that's happening. Let it out. Release it. You remember when we talked about the ascension symptoms? Did you guys watch that Tuesday Tips and Tools where we talked about ascension symptoms? And I talked about how there's times we'll feel out of whack. There's times we'll feel out of balance. We'll feel emotional. We'll feel disconnected. Like it's all these weird feelings and it just feels weird inside, right? It just feels inside, right? It's shifting. And sometimes, as you're healing and releasing, sometimes you will get emotional. Right. And you've been doing healing and releasing. I know we've done a few healing exercises here and I've sent you home like we face to face, sent you off of Empower Hour with a few, right? So that's all that's happening. Just go with it. Go with it. Just release it. It's just a release, an energy release. And it's cleansing. It's cleansing of your soul, your spirit, your mind, your body. Yeah. Yeah. Pat said, yes, I believe that. And I'm ready to receive more enjoyment of life. Yes, yes, yes. And so it is. And you deserve it. It's your time now. It's your time now, right? It's your time now. So Yvette said, yes, I forgot she's known as Allie, LOL. And yes, my daughter is amazing. Yes, 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 she is. I've been seeing her IG videos where she's been going and doing the readings and going live, and it's been amazing. I don't know her name on IG. If you do, will you share it here so anyone that's on that would like to follow her can? Amelia said, I needed my notebook. Well, cancel, delete, need. It serves your highest good, because when we say need, guess what? The universe gives us more need. When we say want, the universe gives us more want. It serves your highest good, or you're choosing it, right? Let's see. I was making sure it wasn't my son. He went back to school. It's my cousin Danielle, y'all. She been on here before. She know we going live for Empower Hour right now. So let's see. Phyllis said, okay, thanks, sis. You're so welcome. Phyllis said, absolutely. Thank you so much. And so it is. Pat said, and so it is. So let's get to the Spirit card. Okay. Let's get up and look. Look at that. We were just talking about that solar plexus, and look what's in. Oh, that was a good catch. Look what's in that in the belly of the beast, in that fear zone. Look what's there. Us, pure, true form, surrounded in all that power, soaking it all in, right? And look what's going on outside. Chaos, right? Chaos. And look what fear is doing. As much as fear attempts to destroy, we're still powerful. But as long as we don't allow ourselves to remember our power, look where we are. We're just in this position, this defeated position, just existing. But the power's there, and we've been soaking it all in, and it's coming through. I don't know how many of you guys are into anime. I am not, but my children are. And Kamehameha, right? When you power up, Super Saiyan, stuff like that, you know, where you get all this extra power. That's what's happening. We're charged up. We're so charged up. As soon as we sit up and look around and recognize all that power has always been with us, within us, period. When she rises, oh, she finna bust fear out the water. She's finna blow fear out the water. She's finna change the whole outcome, the whole scenario, the whole environment. And see, what fear is attempting to do is to keep you attached to the cage. Even though you're not in the cage, if you're attached to it, you're still encaged, right? Your freedom is still hindered. So Spirit is telling you, just look up. Look up, Marlon. Just look up and recognize who you are. Recognize your power, right? And look at the puppet master. Birds are meant to fly free, right? It may feel like I'm not in a cage, but we still on a leash until we tap into our power. Just because we're not in that obvious cage, how far can we go on a leash, right? We go as far as we're allowed to. And when they say that's enough, it's enough. You can let a bird fly around on a leash where it feels free, but is it really if it's on a leash? Spirit is speaking to us in our experiences in this lifetime, right? This lifetime, when we're born, there's that leash that's put on us, right? And it's up to us to decide to take it off. We have the power. We do. We just simply, oh, this leash, I don't like it. I'm not choosing it. I'm releasing it. Bam, I'm free now. And now I'm protected. So you ain't never putting me on another leash, because I protect myself. Right? I allow my divine spirit team to serve me, to protect me, to guide me, right? So a leash, as soon as you attempt it, it burns, right? As soon as you wave it my way, there is an energy that is greater than me and you that is going to disintegrate it. That leash, what is a leash? Spirit is telling us to get there, right? Get there. We have the power to be there. Choose it. Right? And it starts with the healing. It starts with the releasing the fear. It starts with the feeling, right? The feeling, the knowing, the taking that break. And for some of us, Spirit is saying that taking that break is that daily meditation, right? Getting grounded. And you guys that have joined, I say this quite often, but that exercise that we do when we start, that is a quick, simple grounding exercise. Just go outside and do it. And just let yourself be guided, right? Let yourself be guided. I give you the blueprint, but you get to build that house however you choose, however it serves your soul to do so. If we had the same blueprint and all of us built the house, it's going to look so different, right? So different. So Spirit is saying, trust your soul and do what feels right to you. Take the blueprint, but then allow yourself to be guided. Now with this is an indication that there is nothing to fear. And then I just heard that corny saying, except fear itself. There's nothing to fear but fear itself, right? Now, I mean, I called it corny, but it's really not corny. Cliche, right? Cliche. It's nothing to fear but fear itself. And what Spirit is saying is, open your eye a little bit wider, right? Open it a little wider and really see. If you choose to see, you will, right? Just make that choice. Just say, you know what? Today, I, state your name, am choosing to see. I'm choosing to see beneath the veil, behind the veil. I'm choosing to see. I'm choosing to know truth, right? I'm choosing to release fear and then do it. Just live, right? Now do it. And then don't go into this, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. Just say it, state it, right? And I'm choosing to access the divine support system that I have in my divine spirit team of highest light and love, and just see what happens for a whole month. Right? For a whole month, at least 21 days, right? At least 21 days, do it. Do it. Say it every day. I'm choosing to see, right? Every day, say those things. And then just live. And then pay attention to what you feel. Pay attention to what you hear. Pay attention to what you see. And just expect to receive guidance from Spirit from everywhere, from everyone, right? And you will. You may see something in the clouds and you may identify it and you may look it up and be like, there was a message there, right? You may hear something and you may feel a prompting to research it. And then I just got to a whole nother level of understanding, right? It may be something that I may say on one of these videos and it may prompt you to go somewhere and explore something that may open you up to something else, right? So Spirit is saying release expectation. Don't expect it to appear a certain way. Just expect it to appear. Know it will appear, right? When I'm experiencing hard times, you know what? I am in this place of what I began doing is I acknowledge that it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I acknowledge it doesn't feel good. But in that acknowledgement, I remain in that place of Spirit's got me, right? Spirit's got me. This isn't forever. And getting out depends on me. And I'm grateful and I'm happy and I'm excited. And what am I here to learn? See, that's the question we sometimes don't ask. We experience things and when it doesn't feel good, we focus on the feeling, how it doesn't feel good. But what we forget to ask is, why is this happening? What is this showing me? What is this teaching me? Again, how do you respond to what you receive? It's not just the yes or no answers or the answers to our questions. It's also the experiences. We're receiving experiences from the divine, good, bad, beautiful, ugly, however we describe them, and everything in between. We're receiving it from Spirit. How do we explore that? Everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. Tell yourself that. Everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. Tell yourself that until you believe it, and then keep telling yourself that to remind yourself. So when you are receiving, even when it don't feel good, you're like, okay, this is from Spirit, so must be a task, a test, a lesson. So I'm here for Spirit. Let's go ahead and get through it. Let's do it, because this don't feel good and I'm ready for it to be over. Thank you very much, right? So yeah, that is what we are receiving today for 238. Okay, we're gonna look that up. Spirit just said look it up. Hey Taylor. Oh, hey Taylor, how are you? So let's see. Let's see. Yvette said, hi, Naja, how are you? Yes, Dragon Ball Z. I get mixed up between Dragon Ball Z and what's the other one? With Goku. Is Goku Dragon Ball Z? There's two that they used to watch. I mean, they still, well, Samaj is into anime from, like it's all Japanese anime, right? But he likes the ones that's not in English. Those are the ones he watches now. But him and my 23-year-old, they both love anime. I see him even have songs surrounding anime, like where his punchline, like, it was brilliant how he did it. It was awesome. But yeah, so he has like a whole following of people that are into anime, and the boys watched it enough to where, so yeah, there's two, and I can Dragon Ball Z, and what's the other one? I don't know. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Phoenix said, that's a powerful picture. Fear. The birds remind me of fear trying to leave, but we're holding near us by its strings. Just cut the strings for my highest good. And I'm so glad that you brought the picture back up, because look at this. Now, I don't know about you, but when you look at the person here and the person here, they look like the same people. They look like the same people. It's to the point now where those outsiders that instilled this into us, that programmed us to be this way, they don't even have to do anything because we're doing it all for them. I don't know if you guys remember Ice-T. Now I'm really showing my age. Ice-T, I had his album Colors, right? And there was this part where there were these two police officers on the album, and they're talking about gang violence and how the N-words are killing themselves good. Now we don't have to do it, right? And that's not just in that regard. It's just period. Mankind, humanity, right? We've been so programmed that now they're just sitting back, and as the light workers start to gain some momentum, they go and they sprinkle a little bit more to control the collective, right? They sprinkle a little bit more to disconnect us from truth and fearlessness. So this is why Spirit is saying to get grounded, right? To begin feeling and knowing and trusting, so that when that's happening, those of us that are grounded, those of us that are trusting and feeling, no matter what is going on, we know that Spirit will never steer us wrong, no matter how we're attacked, no matter how many people disagree, right? We can still exist in the truth of Spirit. It's important, but it's us. It's us. It's us. So yeah, it is us. And no matter where we are, whether we're existing as this person or this person, that power is still there. But she's so focused on holding on to fear that she can't even focus on tapping into her power. So it's a powerful message in that card. Powerful message. Let's see. Amelia said, this picture is hitting home. Pat said, wow, time to break the chains and stand in our power. Yes, and so it is. Cheryl said, this is, why did I say Cheryl? Tia Lynn said, this is Taylor. Hey, Amelia. Hey, Nahkila. Naja said, hi, Nahkila. There's Naruto. Yes, that's what it is. Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. Those are the two. Thank you, Naja. Yes. And I didn't even see your correction, but when you put what you put, the first one, Naruto, I knew what you meant. Lacey said Sonic. Samaj, he used to play Sonic, and we went to see the Sonic movie. It was a really good movie. But no, that one, they were into Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. Those were the two, Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. Speaking of which, I grabbed my son some Japanese candy yesterday. It's so delicious. So good. That's so random. You guys know we be into our random chats from time to time. But that's the message that's coming through from Spirit. And let me just check to see if there's anything else that's coming through for us as a collective. Okay. I'm being told to pull from then 238. Thank you, because I totally forgot. Pull from take that one. Okay, Spirit is just saying to pull the one on the bottom, and then we're going to look up 238, and then we'll get into our mini reading. So the card, oh, look at that. I saw the picture, but I didn't see what it was. But look at that. The card on the bottom. I'm going to wait to show you so you can feel that. What is it? What is it? Okay, I'm not going to be mean. It's protection. And it's such a beautiful card. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Look at that. That just feels so good. I don't know, those colors together and seeing those fairies together. I don't know, it's just doing something for my spirit. But it says protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. And you know what? Spirit told us that we're being protected, right? Anything that comes towards us, it's like back, give me 50 feet. Like you're not penetrating this. I don't even have to worry about it. I got a force around me that's powerful than anything that don't mean me good, because at the end of the day, nothing is more powerful and stronger than light. This is why they go to great lengths to disconnect us from it, because nothing is more powerful than light. When you have head to head, light will always win. Always, right? You're protected. You're protected. It's your birthright. But Spirit is saying not only are you protected because it's your birthright, but it's up to you to keep that protection strengthened, right? That protection is there and it's available for you. But are you protecting every day? Are you protecting every day? I go out on that balcony and I light that sage. I start with my feet, do every chakra, do my auric shield protection, state what I'm stating, do my other stuff. I put on that spiritual armor first. And then I'll go out into the world. Spirit is saying it's time for us to all do that. All do that. And what Spirit is saying also, this card, this message brings a message of you can release. You can release the fear. You can release that weight that you carry, right? That weight that you carry, that. And it's coming through as that weight is also fear, but it's like, when you don't feel protected, how does that feel to not feel protected? Whatever that feels like, Spirit is saying you can release that weight, that fear that I'm hearing that someone else has power over you. Someone else has power over your outcome. This is why it's important to disconnect from time to time, because when you disconnect, you can go into truth and you can go into facts, that fact energy, right? And when you come back into this holographic world that we have, you are able to decipher between the two. And this world has a purpose. It does. We're not being called to be so woo-woo that we don't realize that there are real things that have real effects in this real hologram, right? But Spirit is saying it's more on an emotional, mental, spiritual plane that we're talking. Spirit said that's it, but show you the card again. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to look up 238. And then after we look up 238, we will get into the mini reads. And who was first? Who was first on the mini reads? I know, Brianna, you were first. You were first today. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so 238. Hi, Aberdis. How are you? Okay, so 238. Let's look up 238. And while I'm pulling up 238, if this message resonated with you on any level, please, please, please be sure to like the video and share the video with your community. Ooh, okay, 238. What is the number? And then I'm going to look to see if Yvette shared Allie's IG, because I feel like I saw where it said or look up, but then I didn't see the original thing. So I'd like to read that so you guys have it. Okay, so angel number 238 says number 238 is a blend of the attributes of number 2, the energies of number 3, and the vibrations of number 8. Number 2 adds its energies of diplomacy and cooperation, consideration for others, finding balance and harmony, partnerships and relationships, devotion and selflessness, faith and trust and your life purpose and soul mission. Number 3 resonates with energy, growth, expansion, and the principles of increase, spontaneity, self-expression, encouragement, and assistance, talent and skills, faith, hope, and charity. Number 3 also relates to the ascended masters, indicating that are around you, assisting when asked. The ascended masters may help you to focus on the divine spark within yourself and others and assist with manifesting your desires. Number 8 resonates with personal power and authority, inner wisdom, truth, and integrity, discernment and good judgment, dependability and self-reliance, manifesting wealth and abundance, and karma, the universal spiritual law of cause and effect. Angel number 238 is a message from your angels and the ascended masters that abundance and prosperity are manifesting in your life. Keep a positive frame of mind and stay optimistic about the financial and monetary aspects of your life, and your flow of abundance will continue. Remember, the more you have, the more you have to share. Angel number 238 is a message that your prayers and requests for increased income, wealth, and abundance have been heard and are being responded to by the angels, ascended masters, and universal energies. Have no fear of lack or loss in your life. Trust that more is on its way into your life. And remember to use this extra wisely and share your plenty with others. You can bring about your dreams more quickly by paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, visions, intuitive messages, and the words that repeat themselves to you. And this breaks down to angel number 4. So if you feel led to look up angel number 4, please do so. And let's see. So let me see. Alchemy Alley 7. Okay, so Yvette says search Alchemy Alley 7 on Instagram. So yes, if you guys have not, I just like for us to all get to a point where we're supporting each other, the members of our community, where we're supporting them and we're exploring what they're doing, and just, I'm hearing helping them grow and expand, helping them grow and expand. And we're a community. We're a community. So that's what communities do. We support each other, all of us. We just attach on to each other's trains, right? And Allie will give you messages, and you may get a message in a way that's different than how I was going to say how I receive it. That is true, right? How I receive it, because I may receive it one way and give it to you, right? And she may receive it another way and give it to you. And you may receive that message differently from this one, but it's all good because it's all divinely guided. So yeah. And if you have something that you're doing by way of service, share what it is in the chat. Share it in the chat. Lacey, I know that you do something that's very valuable when we're talking about health, being well. Share it. And anybody else that's on, if you have something that you're doing that is something that serves, share it. Let us know what it is. Put it in the comments. And if you really would like it to be seen, you cannot do it here in the chat. When we all done, you can go in the comment section and share it. You know why? Because once we do the live and the live is done, when people watch the replay, 9 times out of 10, they won't see the chat because they'd have to click it to see it. And most people just watch the video. So if it's in the comments, they'll see it. Okay. Let's see. Yes, Brianna. Yes. Aberdis said, I'm doing good. I'm at work while I have y'all on in the background, spiritually doing shadow work for 7 weeks. Awesome. So powerful. I'm excited to know how that turns out and what you discover and how you shift at the end. Yes. So powerful. And before we get into the mini readings, I'd like to make a few announcements. So the first announcement is, still, I am accepting applications for the Activating You mentorship, both the one-on-one and the group mentorship. So if it's something you've been led to do, something that Spirit is guiding you to do, click the link in the description box and schedule your consultation, and let's get you enrolled. Also, the Activating You retreat has been postponed to October of 2021, but we do still have some spots available. So if it's something that you're choosing to do, I would recommend you scheduling your consultation, asking whatever questions, and securing your spot. Because we're not working with a full-on open, because the people that were attending this year, they're attending in 2021 because it's postponed, right? So the 2021 will consist of the one we were planning for this year. And the focus is all about healing and releasing those energetic blocks that keeps you from your abundance, all of your abundance, with a strong focus on your financial abundance. And last thing. So I don't know if you guys remember how I talked to you about the virtual parties, right? How you can literally set up your own virtual party where it's your friends and I come and I do readings for you guys. Well, I am being led to host my own. So I will be hosting my own virtual party. And right now my VA is getting the back office stuff done for that. So if it is something that you are interested in attending, well, then leave it in the comments, not the chat. Leave it in the comments. Let me know, and I'll connect with you and share the link with you in the comments as a response once we get it all set up to where when you register, you automatically get the Zoom link. Okay. So yeah, those are our announcements. Did I talk too fast or did you catch it all? Did you catch what was resonating with your spirit? So let's see. Naja said, thank you for the message, Nahkila. Enjoy your day and happy grounding, everyone. Thank you so much and happy grounding to you. And you're so welcome. So welcome. Okay, so now we're going to get into the readings. And even if you're not getting one, stay on if you can, because the messages sometimes resonate with more than just the person that the reading is for. And also, we oftentimes do more messages for us as a collective in between. Okay. Put that back. So, Spirit, this is for Brianna. I'm connecting to Brianna's energy. And what message do you have for Brianna today? I'm being told to tell you to relax your mind. Relax your mind, sit back and unwind. And I don't know if you drink wine, but if you feel like having a glass of wine, have one. But I'm hearing just one. And then go into meditation. This is why the significance of the just one. What they're telling me, what it's going to do is help you to loosen and relax your mind. I'm feeling a lot of tension. Like there's been a lot of mental tension, right? A lot of mental tension. And it's been present for a while, but it's kind of like it's at a head because it's ready to be released. So it is creating, what I'm hearing is creating more of a noticeable presence, right? Whereas before it was there, but it was kind of just a part of who you were. And it wasn't so noticeable because you were just used to operating in that energy. But what Spirit is saying, because you're shifting and your energy is pushing it out, like it's time to release it, it's extremely noticeable. You may be having more tension headaches or feeling pressure behind the eyes or across the forehead. I'm also feeling some tension like in this area on both sides, and it's kind of traveling in, like going this way. So I'm just going to send energy there as I'm connecting to your energy more. So it's time for you to explore your options of healing and moving forward. It's also time for you to put the bag away, is what I'm hearing. So what is that all about? Put the bag away. When you say put the bag away, what are you telling her? So they're telling me when you think of a bag, like, and now they're showing me, like, I don't know if you, and when I was a kid growing up in Berkeley, we didn't really have drug addicts that hung out. We had alcoholics, they hung out in front of the store. And what I'm receiving, it's like when people were drinking outside, they would put it in a bag, like they would hide the beer in a bag. And so Spirit is saying, put the bag away, meaning to stop hiding who you are, to stop hiding yourself. It's time for you to come out of hiding. It's time for you to come out of your shell. I'm also being told to tell you to connect to animals, like to not just go out in nature, but to connect with animals. And what I was hearing was the zoo. And even though, you know, some of us may not agree with the zoo, you know, what Spirit is saying, I don't know if you're one of them, but Spirit is saying like a petting zoo, some place where it's more of like an animal sanctuary, you know what I mean? But really connecting to the animals. And if you are at a place where you can pet the animals, to actually meditate while you're doing it, like just pet and take some slow, deep breaths, you know, just close your eyes and breathe, right? There is a healing energy that you'll receive from this animal. And I'm literally seeing you like in a place that's like surrounded by a wooden fence. And you have like this animal on your lap and you're just petting. You're petting. And something about llamas too are coming up. So you may look up llamas as a spiritual animal, but if you can go somewhere where there are llamas and experience llamas, great, do that. I'm being told to tell you it's time for you to fly. And I'm going to pull from this deck for you because Spirit is saying, pull from the Work Your Light deck. Oh, did you see that flip out? I don't know if you did. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits, Soul Tribe. So yeah, it's time for you to begin your process, your deeper healing, your deeper learning, right? Your deeper growth, your deeper understanding. It's time for you to begin serving those souls that you call to serve. It's time for you to connect with your soul tribe and to create the soul tribe that stems from your roots. Okay. What else? It's time for you to get out of your way. You've been doing really good exploring your options. Now it's time to take it to the next level. Also know you have the freedom to choose. You always have the freedom to choose. You are being guided in the direction of change. There's something about you that must change now. And they just said, and what is that? Do you know? You're not talking to me. Okay. No. I figured they were talking to you, but sometimes they get a little weird. It's time for you to change your perspective. It's time for you to change how you view the world. It's also time for you to change how you view yourself. You too have not been seeing yourself in your real light. Light is the key word. I'm being told you have power in your hands, but particularly in your thumbs. So just notice this, okay? If you give someone a massage, literally, what I'd like you to do is, as much as you can, apply the same pressure with all of the fingers, right? First, just do the regular, right? Regular with all 5 or 10 fingers, right? And then what I'd like you to do is just go finger by finger, right? And ask them which one feels best, finger by finger, right? And then switch it up a bit. But Spirit is saying you have power in your thumbs particularly. And as I'm saying that, like, I'm feeling an energy in the thumbs, and I'm feeling a vibration in the thumbs. And you can even do it to yourself, like rub yourself with your thumbs. I'm hearing someone around you has carpal tunnel. Rub there, like right here with your thumbs. That'll help with releasing pain. Anything else? It's time for you to start sharing your experiences. Have you thought about a YouTube channel? It's time for you to start sharing your experiences. Don't feel like it's work. Just start talking. Just talking, letting people see you and know you and feel you. You have a lot of experiences to where the ways that you overcame them can be valuable, will be valuable, is valuable to those you're called to reach, to those you're called to serve. Oatmeal and pancakes. What is that? Oh, when you're in the thick of it, share it. This is how you'll get to the thin of it. Okay, so you know how oatmeal is thick? Usually when we're in the midst of something, it feels like, it's tough to get out. But the more you speak about it and share it, the easier it becomes. You know how pancakes are thin and light? The more you share it, the more you talk about it while you're experiencing it, bringing them along for the ride on the journey will help you as you're helping them, right? And as you're doing that, you're releasing, as you're talking about it, it's a form of therapy, it's therapeutic, and then you'll feel lighter, right? And as you're feeling lighter, how we toss a pancake, it becomes easy for you to shift. It becomes easy for you to change, because that heavy energy is what makes it tougher, or feels tougher, when we're feeling heavy and we're carrying that heavy energy. Time to explore new options. That's exactly how they said it. So now I'm being told to pull from the fairy deck for you. Which one? This one in my hand or that one? Okay. They said take them both. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is so beautiful. So you got moon energy. And it says, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So releasing that mental chaos that came through earlier. So also what I'm being told to tell you is, when you get grounded, you may find grounding outside at night under the moonlight serves your highest good. And Spirit is saying, yeah, do it in the daylight too, because there's some different energies present at that time, but it serves you, and specifically during the moon cycles, right? So you can get a moon cycle calendar through the app store, and it'll tell you when's the new moon, the full moon, and whatever other moon you're guided to really connect with. But just go out and ground, right? You're not being called right now to do any sort of rituals or ceremonies, right? Thank you. Rituals or ceremonies. You're being called to first just go and soak up the energy and ground, right? Releasing and grounding. That's it. That's it. And then as you're out there, you'll be guided on what to do, right? You'll be guided. You may go out the next time and spirit may say, bring X, Y, and Z out with you. And you bring it and without even asking, what am I doing with it? Spirit say, okay, do this. And you may be like, well, I never did this, never heard of this. But then you do it and you experience this beautiful release, right? Spirit is saying it's time for you to go into your training as a healer, right? And that training starts with you in spirit. It starts with you being guided, right? So, and then you have protection. Protection. The more you release that mind clutter, that mind chaos, that tension that we were speaking of, the more you release that, the more you are able to activate your protection. Because when your mind is in this chaotic or confused state, you're attracting that type of energy to you. So you may experience other things in life that feel the same way, right? Or it may feel like things are just always a bit off, right? So spirit is saying it starts with you being able to clear that. And now I'm feeling it like right here in these areas, but specifically over here. But spirit is saying it's time for you to now clear that, release that, so that as your energy becomes more peaceful, as your energy becomes more calm, more sure, you're able to have a greater and deeper access to these energies that are available to you, specifically the protective energy, right? And as you're protected, you have that freedom and that space to flow, to receive and be guidance. It minimizes the outside interference, right? So you can solely focus on what you're choosing and what you're being guided to focus on. Okay, anything else? So that is your message, Brianna. Please and thank you. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. I appreciate you so much. And please let me know how it resonates. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Brianna said, beautiful. I choose to work on grounding, releasing, relaxing, and protecting. Thank you so much for everything. You are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you. And who was next? I know there was someone else that was on that got a reading. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, Yvette, you got one too. Okay. Now, did you have, you got a general, right? Yes, general. Thank you for putting that in the notes. And if anyone else is on that would like a reading, let me know, because if no one else is going to get one after Yvette's, we will be ending our Empower Hour. But if someone else is on and you let me know, then we will stay on and do it, okay? So now I am disconnecting from Brianna's energy and connecting to Yvette's energy. Okay. Okay. So I was connecting and I was being told by Spirit to just release that because the tension that just came up for Brianna is being released now for me. So I'm releasing that and then I'm going to receive your message. Okay. So Yvette, what I'm being told to tell you is breathe. And then I'm hearing Janet's song, What Have You Done For Me Lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Remember that song? Now I'm hearing the part where she's talking about what they used to do all the time. And Spirit is saying, what have you done for you lately? It's time for you to start catering to you. It's time to serve you. Deeper, go deeper, go deeper. Explore your mind chatter as well. Really pay attention to those thoughts that play in the background. I'm hearing you too have a purpose and a calling. And it's not just to serve your daughter as she expands hers. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. You are the tree with those powerful roots. Have you really explored your calling and your purpose? Have you really asked yourself, why am I here? Have you asked the divine? There's more to you than meets the eye. Your soul is huge and vast, wide as the sea. And as I'm saying that, Spirit is saying, see energy. Oh, see energy, right? Oh, you can though. You can see energy. But right now it comes through more powerfully as a feeling of energy, but you can see it. But also what Spirit is saying is the more you connect to the sea with intentions, the more your power will increase, the more your ability will increase. You have goddesses all around you. And also Great Mother Yamaya, some say Yamaha, some pronounce it very different, but that is definitely an energy that surrounds you and guides you. So you may be led to, or you may feel led to explore, to research, and just get familiar with her energy. Also, your energies are very similar. So the more you get to know this energy, the more you'll be able to deeper explore yourself, right? You also have a purpose with children. But Spirit said, but it's more teaching them how to speak up for themselves, teaching them how to understand themselves. You have this gift of allowing people to be themselves. And this is one of the things that people really love about you, because they don't have to feel like they have to put on, right, to be in your presence or to impress you. But as that's coming through, Spirit is saying, the double-edged sword of that is making sure that your boundaries are set, because sometimes that freedom to be themselves can be taken as a weakness on your behalf. And what people will do is they'll come to you with the refusal of showing up and showing out by giving you what you desire and deserve. But they're following your lead. So you're being called to find that balance of allowing people to be themselves like you always have, but having firm boundaries to where you command. And they said, be very clear, not demand. You command respect. You command love from anyone that's in your presence. Anyone that's coming around that's not offering up love. And then I'm hearing that song, Hot Sex on a Platter, right? I don't know if they send like offering up love on the platter. They're not sending you that love and that light and their energy and in their presence, then they don't deserve to be around you. Now it's time for you to set your boundaries and be clear on them and not waver at all. And Spirit said, unless Spirit tells you to, and then Spirit said that is coming through because this is how you're being guided to be. But what Spirit is saying is Spirit is not going to tell you to waver on your healthy boundaries that serve you. So when you create these boundaries, make sure you're connecting with the divine, right? And receiving on what that is and how to do it. And I'm being told to pull a charm. What was that? I don't know what that was. What was that? Was that anything at all? I'm being told to pull a charm for you. Actually, 2 charms for you. If you don't have selenite, get you some. Get you some selenite and sleep with it either under your pillow or next to your bed. This is for Yvette, Spirit. What message do you have for Yvette? I'm also being told to tell you to relax. Mentally relax and physically relax. Get a little more sleep. Treat yourself to a spa day when you're able. And until you're able, let somebody rub your feet. What was that all about? The ice. I turned the ice off yesterday too, but some ice just dropped. So Spirit is saying sometimes when you have these boundaries set, it may appear to be to others that you're being cold. And don't let that, I'm hearing, sway you or make you waver, because you're not. It's just that they're not used They're not used to your warmth. And it's coming through like that power when we think of the solar plexus and we think of the sun, right? There's warmth that comes from self-love, right? There's warmth that comes from that. And so when you are loving yourself, you're glowing with the warmth when you're standing up for yourself. But when they're so used to you being this servant, right? Your warmth can be perceived as coldness, even though it's not. So look what you got. As we were talking about you connecting to the sea, we have a seahorse. So you may also look up I'm hearing the magical properties of seahorses and the spiritual meaning of a seahorse. So spirit is telling you, in order for you to increase your experience on land, it's time for you to spend more time at the sea with intention. And then also what I'm being told to tell you is to observe, right? Observe, observe. And I'm hearing on display, on display. You're very wise, right? You're very wise. I'm hearing people don't always listen to you because you don't always speak. It's coming through as you may think something and you may feel something about a situation or a person where you have all this wisdom to share, but sometimes you just don't. And Spirit is saying you're going to be guided and prompted on when to start speaking and sharing. And when you get that, to do it, to do it. And it's going to be deeper than just like your loved ones or your close ones. It's going to be like just in general. Okay. I was just told to pull one card from Work Your Life. That one? No. I was told no, keep going and then pull from the bottom when they tell me to stop. Tell me more. Okay. Oh, break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So what I'm being told is a lot of what you're holding on to, it does come from those ancestral chains. They're not using the word curses. They're just saying chains, right? And as I'm saying chains, what I'm hearing is change. I'm hearing and feeling change, but I know chains is what's coming out. But what Spirit is focusing on is the change. So Spirit is saying, don't focus on the chains that bind, focus on the change, what you're choosing, right? And it really is up to you to break the cycle. Because as you free yourself, you're freeing those generations before, those 7 before and those 7 after. And as you empower yourself more, you're empowering everyone around you more. And Spirit says it's time for you to take a break and regroup. Just regroup, like really exploring self, really, you know what I mean? Like it's just time. It's time. And it's like, I'm hearing that I'm living my best life. You know, it's time for you to live your best life. I'm hearing that song. I'm living my best life. It's time for you to live your best life. And what Spirit is saying is it's, you know, like Spirit is not even speaking on the life you've led, but what Spirit is saying is there's a part of you that has kind of lived life based on what you were taught, but you never really explored what does your best life look like to you, really? And Spirit is saying now it's time to do that. It's time to explore that, you know? It's time to do the things that you've always felt like doing, but you never gave yourself the time or space to do it, right? It's time. Okay. And that's your message. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. Please let me know how it resonates. Hey, Empress Daisy, if you guys have not subscribed, please do. Asia is Empress Daisy. So let's see. Phyllis said the Orishans. Yes, she is an Orishan. Deasia said, Phyllis, were you one of the ladies in the group session? And Phyllis said, I will be soon, sis. It will help me grow more and more. And so it is. Yeah. Hi, Judy. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How are you? So I don't know if you've been on the whole time, because I know everyone that joins doesn't always comment while they're on. But if you are just joining, we are in the personal mini reads section right now. But if you feel led to watch the replay, I would recommend doing so. And I'm going to disconnect from Yvette's energy, and then I'm going to pull a card for us as a collective. If there's anyone else on that would like a mini read, let me know. And then after the collective card, I will do it, or we will be ending our Empower Hour. Alrighty then. Ooh, that just popped. That I just lit the sage and the spark popped up. What was that? And I heard snap, crackle, pop. So with the snap, crackle, pop, Spirit is just saying it's time for us to really get more, I'm hearing, embedded in our childhood. For some, it's about healing those places from childhood, those childhood wounds. For others, what I'm being told, it's about the fun associated with childhood, right? And for some, it's both, right? It's healing the wounds. And as you're healing the wounds, having the fun and allowing yourself that freedom. Okay, what message do you have? Oh, take that one. Did you guys see that one? Jump. Because it looks like it's high enough. Yeah, you saw it. Because I'm like, wait, what card is that? Look at what we got. Extremes. And listen, what I'm receiving with this card is, I'm hearing the heat is on. The heat is on. And Spirit is saying, you're about to feel some extreme pressure. And Spirit is saying, this is a warning, right? And it's not coming through as a pressure that is a negative, right? It's just that Spirit is saying, if you've been called and you agreed and you're moving like that turtle or barely moving or not moving at all, Spirit is turning up the pressure. So expect things to feel like they're getting worse in order for them to get better, right? Because oftentimes Spirit will push us based on what we agreed to, because we have spiritual amnesia. Sometimes we don't remember. We'll be pushed into that place where it's so uncomfortable that we like, you know what? I'm healing. I'm ready. What is my purpose? I shared my story. I've shared that with you guys. And that's what happened. Spirit was like, yeah, she agreed to this, but she's still stuck in that lesson and she just really don't remember. So let's go ahead and make her real uncomfortable so she can start seeking, so she can remember, right? And so Spirit is saying that pressure, that heat, is about to be turned all the way up. Right? All the way up. But you can get through it. You will get through it, right? Because this is also a part of your soul's evolution. Okay, I'm being told to pull from the bottom. So this is what's on the bottom. Oh, look at that. I love that card. And it is fruition, like things are coming to fruition. And then below that is release. So look at the release card and look at this card. So Spirit is just telling us to embrace our freedom by releasing the things that keep us trapped and keep us prisoner and keep us bound. And everything that serves our highest good is coming into fruition if we allow it, right? Everything. And look at how, she's wearing that mask. And what Spirit is saying is that mask indicates the fact that a lot of us, we don't know who we are because we're still in that lesson phase. So we haven't explored or gotten to know who we are as a soul and why we're here. But as we're doing that exploring, what we're doing is growing. That new beginning is blossoming, and it really starts with the mind. Remember, Spirit said it's really about healing our minds. It's about healing our minds, and the rest will follow, right? The rest will follow. When I share me working out with you guys, here's the thing that you don't understand why it's so significant and so significantly related to my healing. It's because I used to hate working out. I would start, I would stop. And I told you, I've done and tried everything known to man to release weight, right? And to get healthy, but nothing ever stuck. And when I healed my mind, when I healed myself, I was able to love me more. And so when I saw those pictures of me on June 15th, in the past, I would have gotten sad and I would have started eating my emotions, right? And it would have been this vicious cycle, or I would have started some quick fix thing that only worked for a moment and made it worse than it was before, right? But because I've healed my mind, I saw myself and I'm like, well, I don't really like that, so I'm gonna shift it. Simple as that. Right? And I'm able to now start something and keep going because it serves me, right? So as I healed my mind, right? Because I started there because that was the easiest thing. That's the thing I connected with most, right? And then that healing of my mind went into, I was healing my heart. I was healing my spirit. I was healing my soul. Then, hi, baby. I was healing my body, right? Then my physical self healed. So Spirit is saying, just start there. Start with the mind. Start with healing your mind, and everything else will follow. Are you going to come say hi? Come on. Come say hi. Come on. We're almost done. Come say hi. Come on. Say hi. This is Ganesh, you guys. I don't know if you can see him. Hi, honey. Are you going to say hi? Give mommy kisses. Kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give mommy kisses. It's like, I'm going to sit here. This is my youngest son, my fur baby, Ganesh. Give mommy kisses. No kisses today? Okay, fine. So yeah, so that's where it starts. That's where it starts. Let's see what you all are saying. Hey, Natalie, how are you? How are you? If you guys haven't subscribed, you know I tell you every time, go on over. It's a good time. It's a party over there. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Amelia said a general. Natalie says sending in my payment now for a general message as I continue this journey. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. So, of course. I love your channel. I love it over there. Okay. I'm about to do something that you don't really like a whole lot. So keep your head facing that way, because I am about to burn some sage. Okay, so Amelia, I'm going to connect to your energy for your general. Kisses now? Kisses? You're being stubborn with the kisses. Okay, so Amelia, as I'm connecting to your energy, I'm feeling some third eye, some heart, some solar plexus, and some sacral chakra. Some solar plexus, sacral, heart, third eye. I'm not, Spirit is saying don't use the word block. I'm not going to say it's a block, but there's some cleansing and releasing that you're being called to do in those chakras. I'm also being told it's time for you to shower yourself with the gifts of encouragement, the gifts of blessings, the gifts of peace. It's time for you to know your worth and your value, and it's time for you to know what you deserve, and it's time for you to open yourself up to receive it. Because right now you've been a little closed, someone that doesn't really like change. You like things to remain the same. And so as things are attempting to exit your life, even those things that have left in the physical, you tend to hold on to them emotionally. You may also find that you hold a grudge. And the word grudge is very strong, but it's Spirit is saying you hold on to things that created pain in your life, things that brought pain in your life. And what Spirit is telling you to do is time for you to learn to release, right? It's time for you to learn to let go, right? And you know that song to go, you better blow that out. They're saying that. You better let that go, like they're saying in that same tone. Like it's time to learn to just let things go, right? It's time to be in flow. I'm being told it's time to live and let live. Also treating yourself to some flowers, and go outside. I don't know if you're anywhere where they have like fields of flowers, whether it's lavender or tulips or some places, gardens, right? Gardens. Going and just exploring a garden, walking through a garden, a beautiful garden where you can just take in the energy of those flowers and meditate there. You also have a connection to the fairy realm. There's deep earth energy with you. So grounding is extremely powerful for you, not just on your healing journey, but your journey in general. Powerful earth energy. And because of that, what Spirit is saying is make sure you balance it with the other elements, the air, the water, the fire, right? So lighting candles or getting a fountain, and of course, going out near water and grounding, right, would be great for you. Also, don't be afraid of love. Don't be afraid of love. Don't be afraid to let it in. You deserve it. The more you heal you, the more you shift you, the more your partners will heal and shift. And what Spirit is saying when Spirit says your partners is coming through like the options of partners that you have. You'll be attracting different. So it's time for you to do that. Okay, have fun. Okay, I'm being told to pull a card for you from the work. Oh, that one. Oh, that one flew right on out. Inner temple. Look at that. Inner temple. Inner temple. And it says devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. And it's so funny because when I saw that was feeling like your heart, right? It was feeling like your heart. And you see there's light there, right? And Spirit is saying expand that light by releasing that other stuff that's there. You see that other stuff that's there? Right? The light is there. It's just release the other stuff that's there. And even look at their heart chakras, right? Embracing your dual self, but really making sure that you're focusing on your heart. And Spirit is saying as you do that, those other areas will clear, right? They'll clear, they'll strengthen, they'll get stronger. Okay, I'm being told to pull from the top. Council of Light. And it says divine orchestration, helpers, and the subtle realms. So you have your spirit team that's here to help you. But what I'm receiving for you is that your ancestors are really active and present in your life. They are really, really there to help and support you, your ancestors. And they would like for you to call on them more. They would like for you to connect with them more. And they would like for you to utilize them more. And I'm being told to tell you to stop being stubborn. That was one of your ancestors just said, tell you to stop being stubborn. And it came through like, child, stop being stubborn. I'm like, child, stop being stubborn. And stop feeling like you got to do it all on your own. If I don't do it, no one will. If I don't do it, it won't happen. And they're telling you to stop being like that, right? To really allow yourself to receive help. And they acknowledge that sometimes you didn't have the best example of that, meaning that they didn't always do it, the ones that but it's time for you to do it. And there's some that are coming through that you don't know, right? But they're all here with you. They're all guiding you and they're all ready and willing to support you. So tap in and connect to them more. They just said more. Yes, more. And as I'm saying more, yes, more, they said the Moors. So if you haven't explored the Moors, they're telling me to tell you to explore the Moors. Moores. Take that one. Look at that. You have wisdom. It fell like this, all of these, but these are not all yours. Spirit said, take this one and this one. So what is that one? Look at that. So you have wisdom. The more you connect to your ancestors, the more your wisdom will be activated, right? The more it'll be activated. And you see how she's standing on that pile of books. Also, researching your ancestors, those that you are not familiar with, getting familiar with them. You can do so by asking questions of family members, but you can also do so by connecting with them in the spirit realm and allowing them to speak to you, and they will. Now, how you receive that, it may be in various ways. You may receive an answer right then and there. You may hear it, you may feel it, you may see it, or they can reveal whatever answers you're seeking in other ways. So they're saying to be open, right? To be open. And I'm feeling like some of your ancestors are jokesters. So they may, I'm hearing toughen you up. They may toughen you up, your gifts, by hiding your answers in various ways so that you can begin receiving in various ways, because what they're saying is this will make you stronger. And I'm hearing stronger as a reader. I don't know if you do readings now, but if you don't do them now, you will be doing them. But whatever the case may be, they're here to help you become even stronger. And then you have self-love. So part of you activating that healing in your heart is through your self-love. Part of that is you choosing to love yourself more, right? Choosing to know you're worthy and opening yourself up to receive all that you're worthy of having. Right now, you've been creating a bit of a block. And then also with that first card that came through, notice how that doorway is like the portal into the heart. And what Spirit is saying is remove the things surrounding the heart and just allow the heart to be present, right? Allow the heart, take down any barriers or blocks you've created, and understanding that you are protected. Your ancestors are here. And if you listen, they will guide you. They will help you discern between what doesn't serve you and what does. I'm being told to tell you, nurture the flowers that bloom within. Nurture the flowers that bloom within. Message. That's for all of us now. That's your message, Amelia, but Spirit is saying that's for all of us. Nurture the flowers that bloom within. And they said, get up off your feet and get moving. So, okay, they said, stop standing around waiting for the other foot to drop is what they said. A swift kick in the ASS is also what they said. Where are you going with this? They just said, just keep telling her what we're saying. Okay. I'm being told to tell you also, the color blue is not your color when it's a reflection of how you're feeling. Allow yourself to wear yellows, bright colors, and bring the sunshine into your soul, even when it's storming outside. It's time for you to foster that rainbow within, foster that sunshine within, and stop allowing dark clouds and gray energy to take up shop in your home. And what they're telling me when they speak of your home, they're referring to your temple, which that's what they're referring to, but they're saying, but of course it will reflect in your actual home. So focus on the temple, really getting your temple in order, changing how you're eating, changing how you're sleeping, even how you're breathing. And what they're saying is just slow your breathing down throughout the day. Just be more intentional with slowing it down so you bring yourself into more of a peaceful state, right? You don't have to be full on meditating throughout the day. Just really pay attention to the speed of your breath, right? And I said anything else, they said, tell her, get up, get out and get something. It's time for you to explore your dreams. There's something that you have been putting off, that you have been waiting to do, that you would love to do, would like to do. They're telling me to tell you to do it now. It's also time for you to heal your mind. Get out of the woulda, coulda, shouldas and the I ain't because I can't, right? Because you can and you will. So do it. They're telling me to ask you, how often do you pray and how often do you meditate? And they're saying, like, ask you, but not like wait for your answer, right? But what I'm being told to tell you is to remember the two go hand in hand. We've all heard that prayer is when God, the divine spirit, the universe, the Most High is speaking to us. And meditation is when we're speaking to our highest source of power. So what they're telling me to tell you is they go hand in hand. So make sure you're taking time out for both. Don't just send your request out, but then not take time to receive the answers. Okay, and that's it. They said, okay, that's it. So that is your message, Amelia. Amelia, thank you for allowing me to serve you, and thank you for letting me know how it resonates. I appreciate it. Let's see. Phyllis said, Nahkila, you see a lot of what I can't see in myself, and I'm growing more and more. It's almost like you're a mentor. Oh, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I'm glad. And see, and this is why Spirit has me do this, right? Or even have the United Light Beings Awakening group, because it allows for me to serve those that aren't necessarily ready to take it to that next level, right? That next level of either the group or the one-on-one, because we go even deeper, right? But here it's a platform to be able to serve. And I'm so grateful and honored to do that. And I'm really grateful to know that it helps and it's serving and helping you shift. So thank you, Phyllis. And know that you do the work. Like when I make suggestions based on what Spirit gives me to give to you, you do the work. So together we is doing this. So awesome. Natalie said, yes, join the group. It is amazing. Working with Nahkila is amazing. So gifted and talented, but y'all already knew that. Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate you. Thank you. So that is your message, Amelia. Ganesh, what are you doing? It sounds like you're going through the window. This boy about to make my heart jump out of my chest. He all quiet and, oh, and anyone come give me love now after you done scared mommy. He's over there. Was it a bug? Did you see a bug? Well, now that I know you're going to be jumping at windows, I'll be prepared this time. He's over there looking outside. And next thing I know, have you guys seen where like birds will fly into the window? That's what it sounds like. You were serious, weren't you? Okay, so now I'm going to disconnect. Yes, I just delivered your message, Amelia. That was your message that I just delivered. So I don't know if you weren't on at that time or not. But yeah, I just delivered it. So if you weren't on, go ahead and watch the replay. It is 2 hours and 10 minutes in, and we started at 1:30. So that'll help you know where to go. And your message was a little bit before that time frame. So I don't know if you got it or not from your comment. I'm not sure if you did. Cancel it, I don't know. Ooh, it popped again. What's that all about? I'm hearing popping. It didn't burn no holes though. And that's the thing. Okay, thank you. So as it popped again, what Spirit is saying is like when we talked about it getting hot, Spirit is saying there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. And it may startle you, but it's not going to burn you. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to hinder. Is it going to hinder you? Okay. Only if you don't allow yourself to do what you're being guided to do, right? They say, yes, that's right. It's not going to hinder you. It's going to serve you, right? So as that pop, this time it was like 4 pieces of fire that popped off of this sage, and it literally landed on my dress, but it didn't burn a hole. This is the experience you're going to have, like as we're talking about that energy shifting. Natalie, this isn't your reading. This is what's coming through for us as a collective. As you're shifting out of that energy of programming into that energy of truth, it may feel that way. It may feel like you're being bombarded or like everything is just firing off at once, but just know that you will not be harmed. Protect yourself at all costs energetically. Okay. That was what Spirit said based on this little sparks that keep popping off. Now I'm connecting to your energy, Natalie, and you asked for a general. I just keep hearing release fear, release doubt, release worry, release stress. And you know what just came through for you? Like, it's coming through that it's time for you to be baptized in healing waters, right? And literally, and you know what's so funny? I know you're coming to the retreat in 2021. And this is one of the things that we were going to be doing. We're going to be doing a lot of water healing. And it was one of the things that Spirit said to do. But it's coming through. So that's why it's funny that it's coming through for you. But it's like, when we think about how we were baptized as children, those of us that grew up in the church, where we were like literally supported, and held, and then we were put underwater. It's time for you to have a baptism, but it's not in the same sense of, like, oh, once you're baptized, you're saved, right? It's more of a cleansing, right? It's more of a cleansing, a releasing, a healing, right? And in a way, by you doing that, there is a level of saving that happens, right? That concept of entering into the kingdom of heaven once you're baptized, when you cleanse yourself of all of those things that are hindering you, because what Spirit is saying again for you, it's just residue. Like, it's not even really there. It's like if you were to drill a hole in the wall, and what's left on the ground is the residue from that wall that was once present. Spirit is saying it's like dust. You can easily blow it away. But the thing is, you've done so much healing and so much clearing that there was a lot of residue. So now what you're doing is the cleanup. So when you get this energy done, this energy work done in the waters, when you're healing in the waters, what's going to happen is you are going to be clearing the residue. But it's time for you to keep self-checking. They're saying keep self-checking, like you're checking yourself. Whenever it comes up, you check yourself immediately. Like, you tell yourself what it is. I've witnessed you doing it. Like, you'll say something and then instantly you'll say something else. And that's your soul speaking and correcting whatever you just said. That was your human self. So you're very versed at doing that. And so what I'm being told to tell you is, don't wait for the retreat to do that. When you get here, it's happening. I'm being told to tell you it's also time for you to really explore what freedom looks like for you, like that next level. So we know, like, your road trips is a form of freedom for you, right? And Spirit is saying now there's another level to freedom, right? So one of the things that's coming through that you will be teaching is freedom in a different way than you already are, right? Because what Spirit is saying is that you are transitioning from the readings, being your main source of serving, to actually beginning the coaching, beginning the deeper calling, soul work, the deeper purpose. I'm here and this is why. And so part of that is teaching. I'm hearing women and men, but mainly women. Your energy is really resonating with women, how to be free, right? How to be free. And so this is why freedom is so important to you. And so now that you understand that travel component is a form of freedom, you're going to be reaching out to people that would love to travel, that would love to do the things you've been doing, but they feel like, oh, money stops me. Oh, this stops me. Oh, that stops me. And you're living proof that nothing stops you but you. So Spirit is saying now it's time to uncover that next level. What else does freedom look like to you? I'm hearing write a journal. I don't know if you caught that. Write a journal, right? Write a journal, not keep a journal. You're keeping a journal, but from your journal will come a book. Write a journal as you're exploring, right? As you're free forming it, as you're traveling, as you're healing, as you're discovering what else freedom looks like to you, right? It's also time for you to release the hands of those that mean you no good. And it's coming through as those people that have shown up in your life and they have not been who they say they are, right? It's like they have long gone, right? In the energy of being present, like being in the flesh in your life, they're gone. But there's a part of you that still holds on to their hands. And that's the part of you that is afraid, right? Of whatever it is that they introduced into your life. Also finding the deeper lessons. And Spirit is saying there is one individual in particular. I probably don't have to say it, but it starts with a B. So you already know who I'm talking about. There's still some energy clearing and some energy work to be done around that individual, and some protection to be done around that individual particularly. There are a few other people as well. So just sit there with your guides, your ancestors, and tell them that you're ready. Go down the line, right? Mm-hmm. They're mentioning the ring of fire, but what they're saying is you are so hot, right? You are so hot. Seeing yourself surrounded by a ring of fire, and the only ones that can cross that ring of fire are those that are hot as well, right? And it's not just, we all hot, but it's those that know they're hot. This is how we activate the ring of fire. We're all carrying the ring, but until we know, right, that ring is just a ring. And if anybody who is not on fire attempts to step in, they'll get burnt. So what happens is they will shy away from it, right? They won't gravitate towards it. But those that are on fire themselves will ignite with you, right? It's a form of protection. So this is another way for you to protect in addition to what you're already doing each day. See yourself in that ring of fire, in the middle of it. See that fire growing deep and bright. Feel its warmth and literally just feel the protection around you, right? Feel it around you and just listen to the flames flickering in your ears, right? And just allow yourself to feel peace of knowing that the only people that are able to come in are the people that match my vibe, right? That match my vibe in every sense of the way, right? Now they're playing how much is that doggy in the window, the one with the waggly tail. Why? Because people are observing you. And they say it's time for them to know that you ain't playing no games. It's time for you to up your value energetically. It's time for you to know what you're worth and what you bring to the table wholeheartedly. And as I say this, it's like I know you and I feel like that worth, that worth. But what Spirit is saying is the nooks and the crannies, those places where that self-lack, that self-doubt has residue. Where there's residue, right? Where it's just hiding. It's like when you clean up and you may, I have a rug down, right? Whenever I mop, I pick up the rug. I don't mop around the rug, right? Whenever I turn on the vacuum, to do the floors, I pick up the rug so that the vacuum can go under the rug, right? I put the rug away so it can get underneath there. If I didn't do that, there'd be a whole lot of dust. And so Spirit is saying there's some places where you forgot to pick up the rug. And now it's time, right? There's places where you forgot the rug was even there, right? It's time for that deep cleansing, that deep soul work, even deeper than what you've done. Because what you've done so far, it was relevant to where you were, but now you're going into next level type stuff. And it's time for more because you're experiencing more. And now the Never Ending Story song is playing. You too are being called to get some selenite. And even if you have some, get a new piece, a piece that you can put in your car and travel with. And I'm being called to pull a card for you. This is for Natalie, Spirit. What message do you have for Natalie? Auntie Climax. I love your nicknames that you have given yourself. Action. Look at that. And the number 15. Action. Look at that. Look at how you just dancing. And look at that. This girl is on fire. Okay, I'm not going to kill you with the singing, but you see all that electricity? You see it? Look, it matches my nails. That's you. That is you. And Spirit is saying, embracing your power in a whole different way, because that electric power is different, right? It's different. And you're here to rustle a few feathers, and that's okay. Just dance through it. And I don't know if you were on for the message about us not being angry, right? Or us not being judgmental, right? Not everyone is here for your message. And when you give it, however you give it, and they come pecking, attempting to pick a fight, let it go. Focus on the message and focus on knowing that those that you're called to touch, you will. Everybody else can kick rocks without shoes and socks. Big rocks, heavy rocks. They can kick them or whatever they decide to do with them because you're protected. Even if they throw them at you, it's going to bounce right off. That's it. That's your message. Okay. That is your message, Natalie. That is what I received for you. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And I looked over, so I saw that you were commenting. So now I'm going to read what they say. So let's see. Amelia, I did yours. Your reading was before Natalie's. So I don't know if you logged out. Hi, Rachel. How are you? I don't know if you logged out and you weren't on, but your message was done before Natalie. So yeah, so I would say catch the replay. Even if you don't watch the whole thing, because I believe you've been on, but just fast forward. I believe we were on for 2 hours and 10 minutes when I had let you know, and your reading was right before that. So your reading was actually already done. You were literally right before Natalie. So, oh, awesome, Rachel. Me too. Me too. Now, were you on the whole time? Because we're doing the mini reads right now, but the message for the collective we already did. Were you on? Because like I said, I know some people are on, but they don't always say anything. So yeah, I'm glad you caught us too. It's been a while. Welcome back. Pat said, I've been in and out. I missed some of the message getting ready for the hurricane coming our way, but I'll listen to the replay later. Awesome. Awesome. And we are sending you protection, healing, and love. Natalie said, Amelia, yours was the one that she just finished. Yeah, right before Natalie. Pat said, peace and love, everyone. Peace and love, beautiful. Natalie said, love that extra message. Amelia, OMG, where was I? Thank you. I have no idea. But it's meant for you, because oftentimes there be energies and forces that be like, nope, you ain't getting this message today. Nope. And then you get it anyway. So Natalie said, yes, I'm so excited. OMG. Yes, yes, yes. I have been speaking to them and doing the manifestations. I just re-specified what I'm choosing and which clients I was attracting. Natalie said, girl, why was I just thinking I'm going to start a travel blog? Child, I'm getting hyped. Natalie said, write a journal. I just said a blog. Oh, my God. Natalie said, LMA off. I'm crying. Yes. Okay. I have been feeling patches of warmth around me like orbs in the air. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's see. Natalie said, yes, ma'am. Got chills all over the crystal. Natalie said, Auntie Climax. Yes, I love your names. And Auntie Climax was the one that came to mind just now. Natalie said, yes, I love the singing. Never stop. Natalie says singing. Yes, yes, yes. Releasing judgment. Kick rocks. I am howling. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. That was amazing. I'm so grateful. And I love your energy. I love your energy. Every single time I hear your voice on any platform that we're communicating, I'm just like, my energy, my vibration goes up like 5 to 10 notches. I kid you not. So keep doing what you're doing in my inboxes, because it serves me to have you be you. And I'm saying that for those of you that don't know, because Natalie thought she was screaming in my ear. And I'm like, no, your energy gets me hyped. So let's see. A healthy, happy you, Charmaine said, I missed that, but also relevant as always. Girl on fire for sure. Yes, and so it is. Phyllis said, Natalie, girl, you are fire. Natalie said, thank you, Phyllis. Natalie said, I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you again. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much. And the feeling is so mutual, so mutual. I love you. Natalie said, LMAO, I've been so extra in the voice messages because I get excited. I do the same thing though. So that's why I'm surprised that you pointed that out, because I'm just like, I be doing the same thing. So there's some days when I'm calm. That's just when I'm tired. Either I'm sleepy, I'm headed to bed, I'm in bed, or I just woke up. And even a lot of times when I just wake up, I still be super hyped. So all those times, a lot of times I'm still super hyped. So it's sometimes I gotta be real tired for it not to be. So now I said I'm headed off to window shop, aka manifest my millions. Love y'all. I love you too, and enjoy your day. Yes, you are the queen of matching my energy. Yes, so it's all good. It is all good. So I am super grateful, you guys. So grateful, so grateful. Thank you so much for everyone that allowed me to serve you. I don't believe that anyone else signed up. Let me just check because I could be mistaken. I don't believe anyone else. Yeah, no, Natalie was the last one. So we are going to end Empower Hour at 3:58. And before we go, we're going to read that message because Spirit says so. Okay, and I'm being told to invite you again to my virtual party. Let me know. Remember, not in the chat, in the comments if you're coming, and I'll share the link with you once my VA gets it all up and running. So 358. And you can come as you are, you guys. And guess what? It'll be via Zoom. So you have the option to come on where your face is shown because a lot of you, I've never seen you and I would love to. And if you don't feel like doing it that way, you can come on audio only. But the beautiful thing is we'll be able to communicate beyond just the texting. And also the other thing is there was something else that was coming through. I'm just going to read the 358. And if it's relevant, Spirit, please bring it back. Thank you. Okay, so 358, number 358, and this first part is highlighted. Number 358 is a blend of the vibrations of number 3, the energies of number 5, and the attributes of number 8. Number 3 relates to optimism and enthusiasm, communication and self-expression, inspiration and creativity, expansion and growth, manifesting and manifestation. Number 3 also relates to the energies of the ascended masters. Number 5 resonates with major life changes, making important choices and decisions, promotion and advancements, adaptability and versatility, personal freedom and individuality, life lessons learned through experience and resourcefulness. Number 5 encourages you to always why did that come through? Encourages you to be yourself in all ways. Number 8 brings its vibrations of manifesting wealth and abundance, self-confidence and personal authority, discernment, achievement, giving and receiving, inner wisdom, and serving humanity. Number 8 is also the number of karma, the universal spiritual law of cause and effect. Angel number 358 is a message that the changes you have made or are making regarding your career and or income earning abilities will bring material and financial benefits to your life. And that part was highlighted. You are receiving important guidance from the angels in regards to career changes and financial gains and benefits. So listen to your intuition and trust your gut feelings in order to reap your rewards. We've been getting that, y'all. Trusting our gut. That was so corny. That was corny. Okay. Trusting your gut and your butt. That they being funny, and that was just corny. That's why I laughed, because it was so corny. It was funny. Angel number 358. Now I see where I get my humor from. I get it from them because it's so corny. Angel number 358 suggests that you have taken the necessary actions that have manifested an abundant supply that will have positive effects of all aspects of your life. Be grateful for your blessings and live in alignment with the law of giving and receiving, karma, to ensure a continued supply. Your material life is changing significantly, and you will be acquiring new possessions or a new addition to your home and life. If you have been considering taking up a spiritually based career, or any profession where you help and serve others, angel number 358 may suggest that the timing is right to look into your options and make a start. And listen, it breaks down to angel number 7. So if you have not looked up angel number 7, look it up. And even if you have, look it up again. And that is our message. That is our message. So they be tempting me with the Fashion Nova. I be reading to y'all, and I be seeing all these advertisements from cookies and stuff, showing me all these cute little outfits popping up. So it be taking focus. Just teasing, but they do. They have all this Fashion Nova stuff. So that is our message, you guys. I thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. Thank you for showing up. Come back again. For those of you, this is your first time, every Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. And again, if you will be attending that virtual party with me where you can have your reading done, make sure that you put that you're interested in attending in the comment section, not the chat, in the comments, and then I'll make sure to get you that link. It's going to be a good time. And then you have the option to schedule your own, right? And then if you schedule your own and you invite your guests, and if one of your guest schedules theirs, you get a free virtual 30-minute face-to-face reading with me. And you can ask unlimited questions within that 30-minute time frame. So yeah, so let's do it. Let's party. Oh, thank you. Come as you are. If you decide to come in pajamas, if you decide to come in a robe, if you decide to come in a towel and a bonnet, a shower bonnet, come as you are, shower cap. You can bring your wine, your juice, your Kool-Aid, your celery juice, whatever. You just come as you are. It's a party. We're going to have fun, okay? We don't have to put on just BS, all right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you next Wednesday. Sending you a peace, love, bliss, and abundance. Talk to you soon. Lacey said, today is a good day. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you, Lacey. Thank you so much. Thank you.